Hi boys and girls, it's teacher Rosalie. I hope that you've been enjoying the sunshine and running around and playing outside, getting outside as much as you can. We've been trying to do that at my house too. I hope that you're doing well. Today, with the sunshine, it's making me think of our season that we are in. Does anybody remember the name of the season that we're in? It starts with the S. Spring. Yes. And so I thought it would be fun to read a book that looks like this. It is called The Tiny Seed. Seed. Interesting. I wonder what this book might be about. It says tiny seed. This is a little teeny tiny seed. Does anybody know what happens when you put one of these in the ground or into soil? What starts to happen? Yeah, a plant or a flower or a tree, something starts to grow. Well, this book's called The Tiny Seed, so I wonder if it's about a flower growing. Let's find out. The Tiny Seed by Carle. And this one's going to talk about seasons that we go through, like spring, which another name is autumn. Here we go. Let's listen to the seasons we get to go through too. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? This is like the wind blowing off of these trees. One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up, up it goes, and it flies too high, and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. Can you spy the tiny seed? Way down here. Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts, and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Here's the one on the mountain. Here's the tiny seed. Now they all fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind. The wind's carrying them. But the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It is hot and dry and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Can you spy that tiny seed? Look low. Right there. A cactus. It's really dry there and hot. Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird does not see it. It's eating that seed. Here's that, because some birds do eat seeds. Now it is winter, another season. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they were going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch, but the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse does not see it. Can you spy it? Right here. Tiny, tiny. Now it is spring, another season. The one we're in, actually. After a few months, the snow is melted. It is really spring. Birds fly by. The sun shines. Rain falls. The seeds grow so round and they start to burst open a little bit. Look down here. These are the seeds. Notice what's happening here. Now they are not seeds anymore. They are plants. First, they send roots down into the earth. That's what these dark lines are here. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up toward the sun and the air. Here they go. There is one plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is a big fat weed right here. I have something like that I'm going to show you in a minute. And it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from one of the small new plants. And that little plant dies. This one right here, it's not getting its sun and rain it needs to grow. The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet, and it will be too late. Hurry! Finally, it starts to grow a plant. Here it is, the littlest one. Tiny seed. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun in springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along, and oh, he breaks one. Now it cannot grow at all. Do you see the tiny plant? Yep, right there. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. So here's the tiny one. 1, 2, 3. And they said this one has 7. Count with me. 7 leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a flower. Let's count the petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But what is happening? First there are footsteps, then a shadow looms over them, then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. Oh, that's so kind. I bet that's making her happy. It is summer, a new season. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone, and it grows on and on. It doesn't stop. The sun shines on it and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses, and now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. So the teeny tiny seed got all the sunlight and rain, water that it needs to grow, and it became the tallest one. All summer long, the birds and the bees and the butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. See the smiley face on the sun. Now it is autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower, and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The rain blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more, the wind shakes the flower, and this time the flower seed pods opens, and out comes many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away in the wind. And it starts all over again. So that's called the tiny seed, about the flower starting as that tiny seed and growing into that beautiful flower. Well, I have something over here I wanted to show you. This one is called a dandelion. And what's neat about this plant is that you can eat these leaves. And if you look closely here, this is what is the seed that blows off in the wind, like in the story, and plants it. So it lands on the ground, and then water and the sun, and it's in the soil, it grows into something like this. Now these are tricky to get rid of, and this is what the flower looks like. It's the yellow flower, but they have deep, deep roots, and so they're hard to get out of your grass and fields and lawns and things. But I wanted to show you that this is what their roots look like, and they go much deeper, and you can see these teeny little, I think they're called hairs, that are on the sides of this, but that it started there and it grew in the ground and it grew into this. That's what that's it. And I thought that'd be fun to show you guys. Something that I'm going to be sending to you guys in the mail is for a project. You're going to see in your mail, you're going to get a little seed and another seed, This little teeny tiny green seed is a sugar snap pea. And then this little white tiny seed is a bean, like a green bean seed. And I'm going to send these in the mail, and at home, I thought it would be fun for you to plant them. So what you'll do is you can take a jar, so I have a jar like this, and then you're gonna shove some paper towels in it. So I have some right here, just a paper towel, and you're just gonna press it in there nice and tight, snug, snug, snug. And then you're gonna find a spot where you wanna put your seed, and this is my snap pea, and you wanna put it in the side where you can see it, but you also want it to be nice and snug. It's hiding from me. Where'd you go? There it is. Find a spot for it, so like that. So spot like it just like that. And then what you're gonna do is you can put your second seed in there too, and you just find another home for that one. Maybe somewhere a little bit further away. So you have them there. So you have the snap pea and the green bean. And then you're just gonna put some water in here. You wanna soak up the paper towels, but you don't wanna flood it. You don't wanna fill it completely full. So when it looks like they're all pretty full or wet, it looks like the bottom of mine needs a little bit more, then you're finished. And then what you get to do is just watch these grow. And what you should start to see happen over time is you'll see some roots go down here, and you'll see the skin of the bean pop off, and you should start to see a sprout that'll pop right on up and grow. And so I'm going to send your parents instructions and directions on how to do this, so you can do this at home. And I'm going to put mine in the window so it can get some sunlight, and I'm excited to see it grow. Well, I just want you to know that I miss you, and hopefully I'll get to see you soon. And go outside and enjoy that sunshine. Get some chalk out, go draw and do jumping jacks and run around. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.